So first off, let's talk about some ZBB. So if anyone knows, did they win an award or something? I don't remember.
I think they won something.
Probably vocal group or something. But
something
band.
at the CMT.
T Awards.
A?
Yeah, because I remember it was the CMT Awards because someone made the comment like, cool, you did your quote-unquote badass moment at the award show no one gives a shit about. But, so if you didn't...
Yeah, I can't keep them straight.
Yeah, so if you didn't know, Zac Brown gave his speech and he ended it by saying on live TV, which was so controversial, he said, tell all your haters to fuck off. And while I agree with that statement, it's not the fact that he's this like country legend now and he's just like, everyone doesn't understand that this is country. It's the fact that no one likes what he's doing anymore and he's trying to stay relevant by being like, just tell him to fuck off. Like,
yeah, I agree exactly that the idea is correct to just do whatever you want to do, and anyone who doesn't agree can just fuck off because they don't really have a right to tell you what you can or can't create. But the reason that Zac Brown has kind of fallen off the face of the earth in terms of like popular opinion of him is because he stopped making country music, which is how he got popular in the first place. Mm-hmm. And he started making like EDM, pop, rap, whatever type stuff.
Yeah.
But he makes bad versions of that.
Yeah.
So the pop EDM crowd doesn't give a shit about his music because it's not good pop EDM shit.
Yeah, that's true.
And then he's not doing country anymore, so he's lost his country crowd. And so he's just in this middle ground, and you can't be like, I'm a rebel artist, whatever the fuck. It's like, no one, you're in no man's land because you did this to yourself. Everyone loved your music when you got popular, like your first few albums, like you made great music.
Literally every single went number one. When
yes,
so
he can't just be like, they just never appreciated him. He's like, no, we appreciated the fuck out of you. And then when you're like, and he straight up said, I'm not like, this isn't country. Like when he made the Sir Roosevelt album, when I was like going into it, he said, this isn't country. It's not going on country radio, blah, blah, blah. And we're all like, cool, man, do you. But that's not what we like to listen to, so we don't care. And now he's like, well, the country people turned their back on me. It's like, yeah, you stopped making country music.
Well, actually...
What the fuck?
Yeah, I agree with everything you just said, but actually I liked the Sir Roosevelt album. I think it's a good workout.
You're also wrong.
It's true. That's fine. But no, they're doing the exact same thing that Band Perry did. They started off with this amazing, like, they did... If I Die Young, and then they did Better Dig 2, and these were like two really good country songs, and then they just started going pop a little bit, and then so you lose the country crowd when you do that, and so you're trying to make it as Taylor Swift, you're trying to Taylor Swift it by going pop and try to get the mainstream, but then the mainstream doesn't grab onto that, and so you're like, so you kind of slink back into, we're going to go back to our roots on our next album, which was that Welcome Home album or whatever.
Yeah,
and
or just
no
to
one
like...
gave a shit because you already walked away from it.
Yes, and then he tried to like retcon his ideas of like, this is a completely new non-country project, and then it slinks back into, it's all the same shit, we're Zac Brown Band, why aren't you supporting us? And it's like, no. Yeah. No. Yeah. Also, I never liked the song Better Dig 2. I thought it was really stupid.
Well, I'm just saying it was a one that was popular in the country, and it was actually a country song. Like, it was,
It was, but I very much dislike
No, I don't like it either. I just liked If I Die Young. That song's amazing. But
that is a good song.
No, I'm just saying like that was their thing, is that they were in the country realm, and then they said like,
yes,
fuck this, let's go try something new, let's expand to a wider audience, and the wider audience didn't like it. Just like with Jekyll and Hyde, it was a terrible fucking album by Zac Brown, and so they're like, oh, well then I guess we'll go back to country, because they even made that announcement video like, we're going back to our roots with this next one, and then it came out and people had already moved on from Zac Brown, like, we don't really give a shit, and so he's just like, well, fine, then we're gonna do whatever we want now, and no one cares anymore, so he's just like, so he's just acting out like, no one loves us, what the...
Yeah, and the whole idea of him, like, specifically telling the haters to fuck off, like, I don't think there are these haters that he's, like, referring to. I think there's just a lot of people who are indifferent completely to his music now. Like, I don't think he's I mean, maybe he is getting active, constant hate from people, and if he is, all right, what the fuck? But at the same time, I'm like, I don't give a shit.
We
I don't have an opinion really anymore.
We live in the internet age. Everyone's always somewhere getting hate somehow. Like we get hated.
True.
We get hated by a dog on Twitter. So
true, but that is very true. But to be frank. Hearing Zac Brown trending because he told the haters to fuck off was the first time I saw anything on the internet related to Zac Brown in a while.
It's true.
So, like, he made his own headline out of a thing that he, like, also created. Like, I had no idea about anything. Then all of a sudden it's like, Zac Brown tells the haters to fuck off. I'm like, what?
Yeah, the last time I had seen Zac Brown trending was when that Sir Roosevelt song got put on country radio, even though it wasn't. It was something about you, I think, and it wasn't even meant to be a country song. I'm pretty sure he even publicly said like this isn't a country song.
That's what I was saying. Like he said it. Like he wasn't trying to be like full of shit. He was literally being like, hey, I've got this other thing that I'm making that I want to make, and it's not country, but, you know, I want to make it. Here it is. And I was like, fine, man. I don't care for it, but that's fine. It's not the kind of music I listen to. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then to have it all come back around where he's like now pissed off at the country world for not embracing his hard departure from country music is like, what the fuck did you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
It'd be like if you moved to a new country and started, you know, being you're just being a hardcore British person, and you're just like, why are the Americans no longer a fan of me? It's like, why would we?
It's like that lady who left the country to go to ISIS, and now she's like, why doesn't America want me?
Why have they turned their back on me? I have no idea. I can't possibly figure that one out.
I cannot possibly fathom why being a treasonous ISIS member would make anyone mad at me.
Yeah.
But yes. Oh, yeah. So you said also that he has another new shitty song that he was like recorded at a concert.
I literally, it was Whiskey Riff shared it because they've been so maybe they're the haters. They've been crapping on Zac Brown every time he's been releasing shit like that.
Surprising.
And so I clicked on the video, got about, I don't know, 20 seconds into it. I'm just like, nope, cannot do it. He was like singing a little bit, and then all of a sudden he like stops, and then like the EDM shit starts, and then he just starts like talk rap singing, but it was like, it looked to me
stacks
like
on stacks.
No, but it legitimately looked to me like he didn't even give a shit about what he was saying. It looked like he was doing a monotone, like, I'm standing here and I'm talking and there's some noise in the background and I'm standing here talking. And like the best part of the whole video though was the fact that like the whole band is still on stage and none of them were doing anything.
Oh my god.
So, like, the guitar player is just kind of, like, holding his guitar and, like, looking around.
Yeah, and, like, with these, like, EDM songs and shit that they do, what does the band do? They're a 7-piece band. They have a fiddle player. Like, what does he do during those songs?
And they keep adding pieces.
Yeah.
They keep adding pieces and removing instruments from the recording.
Yeah, I really don't. They're having an identity crisis. That's what's fucking happening. They don't know what they are anymore. And like we've said so many times, it sucks because their first 2 albums are genuinely some of the best country albums that have been released in the last 10, 20 years, whenever they came out. Like, they were very good. Like, The Foundation and You Get What You Give are amazing country albums that really don't have bad songs on them. Like, their worst song is, like, Sick 'Em on a Chicken, and that's not even meant to be, like a in-depth song. Like,
I don't know what you're talking about. That song spoke to me on a spiritual level.
True. It's true. It's gonna be my first dance at my wedding. That'd actually be fucking hilarious if someone like, no, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson will share their first dance. Sick 'em on a chicken.
And then they're just still slow dancing the whole time, just nice and slow.
I'm gonna have to let Megan know. She's gonna dump me.
And that's how you get rid of a wedding.
Yeah, exactly. See, if you have cold feet, just say you're gonna play Sick 'Em on a Chicken.